Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Let's get open for business and let's wake up the football gods. Wake up, guys. Wake up. Um, it's Friday. We got our live stream that'll be up at 9 o'clock tonight. I hope you guys join in. We'll definitely be talking about the Dallas Cowboys, Philadelphia Eagles, because it looks like it's a two-team race. And with right now, when you start looking at all the teams that are 3-2 or 4-1, there's a lot of teams with a good record right now. Now, some of those will kind of knock each other off and things, but it's like musical chairs. There's going to be a few good teams that don't make the playoffs. Are either of our teams, the Cowboys or the Eagles, in a position where they might not make the playoffs? We'll definitely be talking about that in this rough stretch that the Eagles have coming up and how the Dallas Cowboys prospects look in the same time. Now, I got to tell you, I don't know why I do this to myself, but I watch some of the talking shows, or at least I get the YouTube clips. You can't help to see some of this crap. But this just takes the. I mean, you know, what happened to sports journalism? What happened to giving the facts and stuff instead of conjecture? What happened to doing stuff just for reaction? Because I wonder, Shannon Sharp, do you own Pro Football Focus, or is Pro Football Focus making you a paid spokesman? Because the crap that you continue to push about folks at Pro Football Focus, they watch a whole lot of football and they know what they're talking about. You mean the same guys that said that Dak Prescott is a tier 3 quarterback, right? Because this is the crap we got from you just a few hours ago.
Is picking up steam as the season continues. NFL.com has him tied with Tom Brady for third in their latest quarterback power index. That's just behind Mahomes and Wilson. Pro Football Focus also has Wentz as their top quarterback, who is playing better than his stats would suggest. Shannon, two of your favorites.
Before I even get into this thing. So wait a minute. So they came up with a whole new category here? Players playing better than their stats would show. Is that meaning that you're trying to justify you saying that he was going to be the best quarterback, MVP candidate, and now he looks like garbage, that you're making up a new stat to justify it? Okay. I'm just checking.
Is Carson Wentz starting to rival Patrick Mahomes as the best quarterback?
Whoa. Slow down now, Pro Football Focus and all these power indexes. Hello, where's Dak? Oh, never mind. We'll talk about Dak in a few minutes. Look, he's knocking on the door to that very elite status. Right now, Pat Mahomes is by himself. Russell Wilson is stuck his head in the door with that performance that he had last week. Deshaun Watson is close by. But I love what I'm seeing from Carson Wentz, because I'm seeing a guy that's growing up. He stands out when you watch him play. You see a guy growing right before your very eyes. He's a couple of bad drops away from probably being undefeated. Because we saw this on.
Wait. So now, wait. Are we having revisionist history? Now we're saying that, a couple of drops here and there. We're making excuses now for Carson Wentz? A couple of drops. Because when Dak Prescott had guys that were dropped in balls, including Dez Bryant, having the ball literally hit him in the face mask, and he's looking at it, we didn't get anything for that. When we have, guys that are tipping the pass, and they end up being an interception, we didn't have that. Okay, wait, let's go. Let's go on for a minute more.
On Sunday night, the drop that he had that would have probably won the game in Atlanta. You saw that too, Skip Bayless. You saw all those drops that they had that Sunday when they lost to the Detroit Lions, Skip. And the guy came out the viral video. The building was burning down. The guys were throwing babies. We were catching babies, unlike Aguilar, who was dropping everything today. You saw that, Skip Bayless. So he's playing unbelievable. He can make every throw. He can make throws. He can change arm angles. He's great in the pocket. He's a big kid, can make plays outside the pocket. I love what I'm seeing. And they said he's playing better than his stats would indicate. You see, Skip Bayless, I get caught up in analytics and all that other stuff. These old glasses right here help old Shannon Sharp see real well. And I can see that he's playing better than your guy.
Bullshit. If this isn't the biggest crock of crap I've ever heard in my life. Now, wait, you know what? Okay, I'm not saying Carson Wentz is the worst quarterback out there in the NFL, but hold up. I want you to take a good look at these numbers here, okay? Because this is yardage passed in the NFL right now. Pat Mahomes, 1,800. Tom Brady, 1,700. Now, you're saying that he's up there with Tom Brady. Okay. Matty Ice, 1,655. Jared Goff, 1,649. Dak, 1,606. Phillip Rivers, 1,465. Andy Dalton, 1,412. Russell Wilson, 1,409. Jameis Winston, 1,371. Deshaun Watson, 1,364. Kyle Murray, 1,324. Kyler Murray. Gardner Minshew, who didn't even start Gardner Minshew, 1,279. Lamar Jackson, 1,271. Joe Flacco, 1,258. Baker, or should I say Faker Mayfield, 1,247. And then we get to Carson Wentz at 1,152. Averaging 7.7 yards per pass completion. When you got guys like, Russell Wilson having 9, Dak Prescott having 9.4, having Patrick Mahomes 9.4. How in God's green earth does Pro Football Focus seem to think that Carson Wentz is playing like, oh, I know, because this guy's dropped it. You know, it's amazing to me how you can take a guy who literally has over 400 yards more passing than him, you say is not in the category of it. More touchdown completions. More touchdown passes. Averaging 2 yards more per pass. How the hell you can honestly say that that is correct? Doesn't seem to be the leader that everybody keeps thinking that he is. Seems like there's some people that still miss Nick Foles. And as we go through, and this is what, they go through, well, Dak Prescott, they only play good against, some bad teams and everything. Well, here's the thing. You got to look at New England as the standard bearer of paying guys that aren't worth crap. Because when you look at playing the Jets, Miami Dolphins, the Giants, the teams that New England has faced, collectively, Buffalo's the only team that actually had any wins in a winning season. They're 6-21. That's the record of people that New England played. Okay, so I get that. Okay, it's New England. The division stinks. But Philadelphia is a close second because as much as we talk about them beating Green Bay, and I don't know that it was really just them beating Green Bay as much as it was Aaron Rodgers had the ball in his hands and couldn't deliver in the end. It wasn't Jared Goff going down and getting a game-winning drive that sealed the victory for him. It was Aaron Rodgers failing to deliver in a shootout. But you look at the competition that they had. They gave up 27 points to the Washington Redskins, who might have a chance this weekend against Miami. Might. They lost to Atlanta. The only victory that Atlanta had was against you. Against you. And we're talking about the Atlanta Falcons, a team that gave up 53 to the Texans, that everybody has scored like 27 or more points. You guys only scored 20 against the Atlanta Falcons, a team that's talking about firing their coach right now? Come on, man. The Lions. Green Bay, you got, hey, I'll give you that one. And the Jets. So collectively, those guys are 7-17. And 2 of the wins are against you. 2 of the wins are against you. So if we take those 2 guys out, dudes, you ain't exactly doing a whole lot. Now, I know my Cowboys haven't played the cream of the crop, but at least we faced 2 winning teams, and at least we were close because at least the records of the people we're playing is 10-15. Now, I may be crazy, but you talk about him for MVP candidate. How is he MVP? He's on pace for respectable 3,600 yards, 32 TDs. That's MVP? Dak's on pace for 36 and well over 4,500 yards. And you talking about Dak ain't anywhere in the conversation? Come on, Shannon. You don't really believe this bull crap that you're talking, do you? I'm looking at Carson Wentz has had one game of 300 yards and a 121 QBR. Atlanta had a 61. A 61. Shannon. Against the Lions, a 94. Against Green Bay, a 113, which is good. But against the New York Jets, he had one TD against the Jets and an 89? Come on, man. And I'm not saying that Dak Prescott is MVP candidate, but I see 405, I see 463, and I see the lowest at 223. He's averaging 316 yards a game. He's got more touchdown passes than you do. His QBR is about 12 points higher. So, are we talking about the Pro Football Focus that had him as a tier 3 quarterback that completely just hates him? Or are we really going by the numbers? Because, Shannon, you can't honestly believe that stuff, do you? This is the kind of stuff that makes me crazy. And one of the reasons why I do this show is because it's some crap that you get fed out there. And some of you guys are so stupid that you'll actually believe this stuff that you hear. Now, please tune in tonight for our live stream because I'm going to go off. I'll see you guys soon.